Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Thursday. It is 23rd of October. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Sukla Paksham, and Vidya Tithi. So there are few events today. So today the first event is the disappearance day of Sri Vasudeva Ghosh, and the second event is Yamadvitiya or Bhai Dhuj. So yesterday we have seen as part of the uh, Bali Daitya Puja. So Bali Maharaja's Puja, that goddess of fortune, she went to the Bali Chakravarti and asked that a favor that after giving the Rakhi or Raksha Bandhan and asking the favor. So that similar kind of thing today is the Bhai Dooj, it is the Yamadvitiya. So I think all these festivals come together. So, but yesterday it was in the calendar as a Balidak puja, and then today it is the Yamadvitiya. So today it is mentioned like Yamadharmaraja. So he went to his sister Yamuna. Yamuna is the river, and he went to the home of Yamuna, and then Yamuna receives him, and she fed all auspicious. She feeds all good foods, palatable dishes, and then he gives some kind of benediction. And also she gives the Raksha Bandhan, especially that is the main part. And then he gives in return, whoever takes bath here in the Yamuna, they do not take bath again. So they would escape the clutches of Yamdharmaraja. Okay, so that is a few things that benediction. Many of brothers and sisters they go to the Yamuna river and take the bath there and take the meals there. In such a way, it is again bondage between the brothers and sisters. So that is one of the event. And coming to the another event is the Vasudeva Ghosha. So a few lines from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 10. The trunk, branches, and sub branches of the Chaitanya tree, it is described. The three brothers, Govinda, Madhava, and Vasudeva, were the Govinda, Madhava, and Vasudeva were the 82nd, 83rd, and 84th branches of that tree. Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda used to dance in their Kirtana performances. So these three brothers, Govinda, Madhava, and Vasudeva Gosha, all belong to Kayastha family. Govinda established the Gopinatha temple in the Agradvipa, where he resided. Madhava Gosha was expert in performing Kirtana. No one within this world would compete with him. He was known as the singer of Vrindavana and was very dear to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. It is said that when the three brothers performed Sankirtana, immediately Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda would dance in ecstasy. According to the Gaura Ganudesh Deepika 188, the three brothers were formerly Kalavati, Rasollasa, and Gunatunga, who recited some songs composed by Sri Vishaka Gopi. The three brothers were among one of the 7 parties that performed Kirtana when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attended the Radhayatra festival at Jagannath Puri. Vakreshwara Pandita was the chief dancer in their party. This is vividly described in the Madhya Lila chapter 13 verses 42 and 43. So in the expansion of further expansions of Lord Nityananda, text 14 and 15, when Nityananda Prabhu was ordered to go to Bengal to preach these two devotees, Sri Ramadasa and Gadadhar Dasa were ordered to go with him. Thus, they were sometimes counted among the devotees of Lord Chaitanya and sometimes among the devotees of Lord Nityananda. Similarly, Madhava Gosha and Vasudeva Gosha belonged to both groups of devotees simultaneously. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura writes in his Anubhashya, there is a place named Danihata near the Agradvipa railway station and partly in the district of Buddhwan, where the deity of Shri Gopinath Ji is still situated. The deity accepted Govinda Gosha as his father. Even until today, the deity performs the Shraddha ceremony on the anniversary of the death of Govinda Gosha. The temple of this deity is managed by the Rajavamsha family of Krishna Nagara, whose members are descendants of Raja Krishna Chandra. Every year in the month of Vishaka, when there is a Bharadola ceremony, this Gopinath deity is taken to Krishna Nagara. The ceremony is performed with 11 other deities, and then Sri Gopinath ji is brought back to the temple in Agradvipa. When Vasudeva Gosha described Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda while performing Kirtana, even wood and stone would melt upon hearing it. So furthermore, from the Bheda Kirtana pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, text 8, it comes from the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya chapter 11. Here also are Govinda Gosha, Madhava Gosha and Vasudeva Gosha. They are three brothers and the Sankirtana congregational chanting pleases the Lord very much. Okay, so this is first terms of it, and then about the ecstatic dancing of the Lord at the Rath Yatra. So among the group was performed consisting of Vasudeva, Gopinath and Murari. All these were responsive singers and Mukunda was the chief singer. Another two persons, Shrikanta and Vallabha Sena, joined as response singers. In this group, the senior Haridas Thakura was the dancer. So in the third group, Mukunda was appointed the chief singer. This party was composed of Vasudeva, Gopinath, Murari, Shrikanta. Okay, so it is again repeated. Okay, so this is how Vasudeva Gosha is the important personality in the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. They were performing Sankirtana congregationally. Okay, just to remember these great personalities. Okay, I shall share this some of these lines in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so that is from the event's perspective. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Maitreya Muni, so far he is responding to the Vidura. So Vidura has inquired a few questions. How can Lord perform his pastimes coming into this material world? How can a living entity is entangled in this material world, even though they do not belong to this material? But how it is possible? Even though Lord is present with the living entity all the time, how can the living entity can perform sinful activities in the presence of the Lord? So such kind of questions Vidura has put forward in front of Maitreya. So Maitreya Muni has given some very few shlokas saying that it is not possible for the Lord to get entangled in this material world, and giving the analogies, and also for the living entities also giving some analogies like the moon and reflection on the water and the waves on the water, but still moon is fixed. Okay, likewise he has given, and then whoever finally he was mentioning one who is engaging in the devotional service of the Lord, the Supreme Lord, they will be easily getting the knowledge, detachment, and the bhakti to the Lord, and then go back to Godhead. So Savai Nivur Dharmena Vasudeva Anukampaya Bhagavad Bhakti Yogena Tirodhakte Seniriha. And Yata Indriya Uparamu Ata Drashtatmani Pare Haro Viliyante Tada Kleshaha Samsuptasyeva Krishnashaha. When a person he got tired, once he comes and take rest, and all his body will be rejuvenated. Similarly, when the senses are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, they will feel relaxed, so they would not get agitated anymore when as it was before, when it was engaged in the materialistic activities. And by simply hearing Krishna Katha, one would free himself from so many of immeasurable miseries of this material world. But what to speak of a person who is directly engaged in the service of the Lord? अशेष संक्लेश समं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवण मुरारेः किं वा पुनः तच्चरणारविंद पराग सेव रतिरात्मलब्ध. So after saying these shlokas to Vidura was completely convinced. And then Vidura is responding to Maitreya Rishi. So he was convinced about the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So because Vidura is already devotee, he already knows some philosophy, but sometimes he asks such kind of questions. Not only Vidura, it is also for everyone, because the conversations needs to take place here. So Vidura today he is inquiring, oh Maitreya Rishi, so by your words, by your soothing words and your powerful words, which are just like a sharp edge, sharp knife, which will cut the doubts in such a way, I'm now freed from the doubts. I'm now composed in proper situation. Now your words are entering into my heart, like again. Okay, likewise, Vidra is responding to Maitri Rishi, so that he would ask more pastimes, deeper pastimes. Drashtumarhanti Sorayaha, Drashtumarhanti Sorayaha. So some sweet pastimes which are Lord, how he has performed different activities. It is not only that to create philosophical things, to hear more about the Lord, to relish different pastimes. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 7, and verse number 15. Viduravacha Sanchinnah Samsayo Mahyam Tava Suptasina Vibho Ubayatrapi Bhagavan Mano Me Sampradhavati Sanchinnah Samsayo Mahyam. So Vidra is mentioning to Maitreya Rishi that Sanchinaha is the cutoff. Samsayaha, all doubts. Mahyam, unto me. So all my doubts are now cleared. Sanchinna samsayo mahyam. By what? Tava suktasina vibho. By your weapon of convincing words. O my dear Lord, O my dear Maitreya Rishi, by the weapon of your convincing words, all my doubts were cleared. Sanchinna samsayo mahyam tava suktasina vibho. Ubhayatrapi Bhagavan. Ubhayatra, by the both in God and in living entity. Both in God and in the living entity. Mano me sampradhavati. Mano me, in my mind, sampradhavati, they are perfectly now entering. All your words are perfectly entering. So this is Ubhayatra. Ubhayatra is the both in God and in living entity. This is his question was, how can living entity still perform sinful activities in the presence of the God while he is situated in the heart of all the living entities? And how can Lord also perform different pastimes while he comes to the material world? It appears that Lord also has got appeared and then performed pastimes and then disappearance. But he is all powerful Lord. How could it be possible? So in such a situations, he asked the condition of living entities and the Lord. Ubayatrapi, both in God and in the living entity. Sanchinnah samsayo mahyam tava suktasina vibho ubayatrapi bhagavan mano me sampradhavati. Translation. Vidura said, O powerful sage, my lord, all my doubts about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the living entities have now been removed by your convincing words. My mind is now perfectly entering into them. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can you request Deepti Mataji to read the purport if Mataji is available? If not,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandar Pranam.
yes, Mataji, please
Are
go
you
on.
calling me, Prabhuji?
Dipti Mataji.
Oh, okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Go ahead,
Prabhuji.
go on, Mataji. Read Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Okay. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The science of Krishna or the science of God and the living entities is so subtle that even a personality like a Bidur has to consult person like the says Maitreya. The doubt about the material relationships of the Lord and the living entities are created by material uh, specular, speculators in the different way. But the conclusive fact is that the relationship of God and living entities is one of the prem- predominator and the predominated. The Lord is the internal predominator, and the living entities are internally predominated. Real knowledge of the relationship entails revealing the lost consciousness to this standard. The process for such a reveals is devotional service to the Lord. By clearly understanding from authorities like the says Maitreya, one can become situated in real knowledge, and the distribute mind can thus be fixed on the progressive path. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Srila Prabhupada is describing about the science of Krishna, the science of God and the living entities. Is so subtle that even a personality like Vidura has to consult persons like the sage Maitreya. So sometimes this, of course, all are devotees. Sometimes some questions may sprout. Okay, so that needs to be clarified then and there itself. So here, Maitreya Rishi is there to answer all such kind of questions. So here, eternal relationship of the Lord and the living entity are created by the mental speculators in different ways. So here we also see always there is a relationship. One is always weak, another one is the powerful. It is the nature of this material world. However, it is the same thing in the spiritual world also. The Lord is the always master predominator, and Lord is, living entities are predominated because they are all part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So they are Mamaivaamsha Jivaloke Jivabhotaha Sanatanaha. Manasastani Indriyani Prakrutistani Karshati. They are the tiny sparks. They're tiny sparks of the fire. But whereas the Lord, He Himself is the fire. Okay, so and it is also living entity. Tada Purusha Atmanam Kevalam Prakrutehe Param Nirantaram Swayam Jyotihi Animanam Akanditam. The living entity is also Nirantaram Swayam Jyotihi Animanam, but it is a Animanam, very small and tiny. Akanditam, without cessation, it also exists. Lord is also existed, but he is the Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Everything comes from him. The living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Amsha of the Lord. Okay, when its property is just to engage in the service of the Lord. So here, the relationship is created by mental speculators in different ways. So, but the conclusive fact is that the relationship of God and the living entity is one of the predominator, and the other one is the predominated. The living entities are predominated. The Lord is the predominator. The Lord, He is the master. Everyone are all His brutyas. They are servants of the Lord. So the Lord is the eternal predominator, and the living entities are eternally predominated. So when we understand that one, so then we are really situated. And when we are engaged in the devotional service, then everything comes perfectly. But in this material world, but we think that if we go either offices or meeting the people, we wanted to try to show off something like, okay, I have got good education, I have got good money, I have got a good beauty, good knowledge, good looking, I can speak nicely, I can do so many things. Somewhere or other, we wanted to dominate over some particular quality or to show off for the sake of show off. But when we go to the Krishna, but we engage everything, whatever we have got, in the service of Krishna. But in the material world, we wanted to try to somewhere or other feel happiness by sharing these things with others. I have got this thing. There, it is kind of tiny, dominating over the material nature. These are the qualities of the material nature. But whenever it goes to Krishna, diverting to Krishna, it is service. In the service, we are predominated, Lord is the predominator. So here, the real knowledge of this relationship entails reviving the lost consciousness to this standard. And the process of such revival is devotional service to the Lord. This is the Nivriti Dharmena Vasudevanakamppaya. Savai Nivriti Dharmena Vasudeva Anukampaya. Bhagavad Bhakti Yogena Tirudette Seniriham. And when we engage in the devotional service of the Lord, everything will be revived. Devanam Gunalinganam Anushrabika Karmanam Satva Evaika Manso Vrittibihi Swabhavikitiya Animitta Bhagavati Gatihi Siddhir Gariyasi Jarayati Yashya Kosham Nigirnam Manaloyatam. So this one, the Kapil Bhagavan describes when we engage Devanam Gunalinganam Anushrabika Karmanam, engaging oneself, all of his senses, in the service of the Lord. Then automatically Animitta Bhagavati Gatihi Siddhir Gariyashi. Automatically everything will be Siddhir Ghariyasi. He will achieve the perfection of human life. In such a way, gradually, Jarayati Ya Kosham Nigirna Manaloyata. Once that body is engaged, mind, intelligence, and also these are all engaged in service of the Lord. The subtle grass body and subtle body both will be digested. Then he will get his swarupa. That is the real constitutional position of a living in swarupa. Deham chatam na charmaha situm uttitam va siddho vipasiti yataha adhigama swarupam daivad upetam mat daivashad apetam vaso yata parikrutam madir madandaha. This is one of the beautiful shloka of Kapil Bhagavan about the person who is reviving his original constitutional position, his real spiritual identity. Deham chitam na charamaha sitam uttitam va siddho vipasati yataha adhyagama swarupam. He will, when he is situated in his original position. Daivad vupetum ata daivashad apetam vaso yata parikrutum madhir madandaha. When he is situated like that, he does not care about the bodily activities. He is completely absorbed in the service of the Lord. And the spiritual soul, its activities are all transcendental. Okay, so he acts in that level. That is, such a revival is devotional service to the Lord. By clear understanding from authorities like Sage Maitreya, one can become situated in real knowledge, and the disturbed mind can thus be fixed on the progressive path. Okay, so that is how Prabhupada is explaining to us. So here, as soon as we have got few minutes or few days or few months or few years in our life, as soon as, but there is no second option for the time. Time is only one. Either act in this devotional service or you will work for your personal sake or home sake, personal thing or office sake. Spending time, where you are spending time, that is very, very important. Somewhere or other, if we spend for hearing Krishna Katha, reading the Krishna book, and that is called service. Shravanam Ketanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Achinam Vandanam Dasim Sakhi Matma Nivedanam. Out of those things, just hearing, spending time in Krishna related things. It would add to the Brahma Sampatyam. It is called the wealth of the transcendental, or wealth of spiritual asset, or it is called spiritual asset. If you have got spiritual asset, so you have heard for 1 hour or something, few minutes, it is stacked in your wealth. But outside, if someone asks you what did you achieve, you cannot show anything. So you have not achieved. It is not a material thing. It is, you cannot see the bank balance. You do not see any of material objects accumulated. But it is a spiritual asset which cannot be perceived by anyone. It would goes internal in the heart. Whenever problems in the life comes, then you would be able to counteract those things with the dint of your spiritual asset. विशोको ब्रह्म संपत्य विशोको ब्रह्म संपत्य संचिन्न द्वैत संशयः संचिन्न द्वैत संशयः. Here also Maitreya Muni Vidura is saying that sanchinnah samsayo mahyam, sanchinna samsayo mahyam, all kinds of doubts will be completely cleared out. Sometimes this is what mainly devotees or everyone wanted to go and hear Krishna Katha. So I wanted to learn something. When you have got this Brahma Sampati, spiritual asset, all your doubts will be completely cleared. All your activities become transcendental. Okay, so this is Sanchinno Samsayo Mahyam Tavasmuktasina Vibho Ubayatrapi Bhagavan Mano Me Sampradhavati. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's letter. So can I request Meena Mataji to read this letter to Rupanagar, December 1st, 1970, Bombay.
I have noted the content carefully. That some sannyasi have gone is all right. Also, Gargamuni Maharaj is trying for Florida. That is good. I have written to him one letter encouraging him. I think things are going nicely. So please cooperate with the sannyasi, work with them so that they may go on with their missionary activities. I have advised all the GBC members here to keep regular correspondence with you. So what is the cause for mistrust? I do not know. This this encourage this encouragement at school and college is a most important task. If school become interested with our philosophy and we can introduce these books, then it is our success. A little effort in this direction is sure to be successful because these are completely new thought for the Western world. This signs of God, and because the West is scientific minded, they will take it up. We should try for this vigorously. Once they take up Krishna consciousness in the college, it will be greatest success. We have got books and we have got the doctor subtle correspondence. Let the school authority inquiry about it. These are the propaganda item. This task should specially be entrusted Hargavya Hayagriva Prabhu because he is one university, not just Hayagriva but all of you who are college graduated. You know better than me how to introduce these books into the school. Also, recently I have received our report from Jagdish and he is distributing our books nicely. Yes, all blessing for this manage between Nityananda Das and Carol. Please also offer my blessing to the others, hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Kindly reflect on the takeaway points. Meanwhile, we shall move on to Damodarastakam by Deepti Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. When you're ready, kindly start this Damodarastakam, please. And the devotees, kindly turn on your videos, offering give lamp offering to the Lord. Hare Krishna. Deepti Mataji. Mataji, I think, are you able to unmute yourself? Okay. Would you like to try exit and again join, Mataji? Are you able to unmute yourself now? No. Okay. We'll wait for once more and then we request other devotees. Hare Krishna Mataji. Okay, so Mataji cannot unmute. Okay, we'll okay. Any devotees would like to volunteer to sing?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I sing?
Yes, yes, Mataji. Please go ahead.
Can I follow you, Mataji? Is it okay?
Yeah. Oh, yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Or you want to sing? You can sing.
No, Mataji, you sing. I'll just follow you, Mataji. I'll respond.
Okay, so okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं सत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namam Ishram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam
यशोदाभियोलुखलादवमानम् परामृष्टम् अत्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या
Yashoda Biyolukhaladhabamanam Param Rashtam Attanto Drutagopa
रुदन्तमुहुनेत्रं युग्मं भुजन्तं कराभुजं युग्मेन सातकनेत्रम्
Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rijantam Karam Bhoja Yugmena Satankanetram
मोश्वासकम्पात्रिरेखाककण्ठ स्थितं ग्रीवदामोदरं भक्तिवत्
Muhush Kampatri Rekaka Kakanta Sthita Graivam Damodaram Bhaktibaddham
इति द्वक्षलीलापि आनन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषनिमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम्
Iti Driksha Lila Bhir Ananda Kunde Swaghosham Nimajjantam Akhayapayantam
तदीयेसितग्नेषु भक्तिचितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतावृत्ति वन्दे
तदीयेषितानेषु भक्तजितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमातस्तं सतवृत्तिवन्दे
नमो देवदामोदर अनंत विष्णु
Varam Deva.
सॉरी
Varam.
वरं देव मोक्षं न मोक्षवदीवा न जान्यं वृणेऽहं वरे सदपीहा
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षवदिं वा न चान्नं वृन् अहं वरेष्यद् अपीहा
वरं देव मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदीवा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरे सदपीहा
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षवदिं वा न चान्नं वृन् अहं वरेष्यद् अपीहा
इदं ते वपुनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्या वीरस्तकिमन्ये
इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनसि अविरस्तं किमन्ये
इदं ते मुखाभोजम् अत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्ध रक्तिश्च गोप्या
इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तो नीलेर्वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तश गोपा
मुहुचुम्बितं बिम्बारक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरस्तामलं लक्ष्यलाभे
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनसि अविरस्तम् अलं लक्षलभे
नमो देवदामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्न
नमो देवदामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभु दुःख जलाभिमग्नम्
कृपादृष्टिवृष्याति दिनं बतानु गुणानीश मामग्नमि द्रक्ष्य
कृपादृष्टिवृष्टाति बतानु ग्रहाणेश मम अग्ना यदि अक्षिद्रेश
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमृतौ यदत्वा त्वया मुचितो भक्ति भाजो कृतौ च
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्ध मूर्तैव अद्भुत त्वया मुचितौ भक्ति भजौ कृतौ सा
तथा प्रेम भक्ति स्वकामे प्रयश्च न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरेह
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरः
नमस्ते स्तुधाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात् विश्वस्वधाम्ने
नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरद् दीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय विशस्धाम्ने
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकायै तदीयप्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
Namo Radhika Vaitadiya Prayai. Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tuvam.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam.
यशोदाभियोलोकलादवमानं परामृष्टम् अत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या
Yashodha Biolukaladhabamanam Param Rashtam Attanto Drutta Gopa.
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय यशोदा दामोदर यशोदा दामोदर यशोदा दामोदर श्री राधे
Jayo Yashoda Damodhar Yashoda Damodhar Yashoda Damodhar Shri Radhe.
जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर श्री राधे
Jaya Radha Damodhar Radha Damodhar Radha Damodhar Shri Radhe.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna.
Great.
Thanks a lot, Mataji, for allowing me to sing with you.
Great. Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. So can I request Prabhavati Sachin Mataji, number 1, number 2, Usha Mataji, and then number 3, shall request devotees later on, who has not taken a turn. If Dipti Mataji is able to unmute, that is fine. But tomorrow, Mataji can start it out. Tomorrow can sing. Okay. So, Prabhavati Sachin Mataji, would you like to read the first one, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to the and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Goloka, who due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from his wing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed to that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara. I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the weeping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Then Mataji, can you read number 3, please? Then Sreshta Mataji, number 3, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Number 3, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Um, by such a childhood pastime as this is the drawing in the inhabitants of Gokula in the pools of the ecstasy and is the revealing the those devotees who are observed in the knowledge of his supreme majesty and the opulence that he is only conquered by the devotees who are pure love in imbued with the intimacy and is free from all the conception of awe and revenge. With the great love, I again offer my obeisance to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hangma Mataji, number 4, please.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. David Mataji, number 5, please.
Oh, Hare Krishna, yes. O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Gauriya Mataji, number 6, please.
Hare Krishna. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be placed upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Sanchita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. O Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and I have no desire for any kind of liberation. Hare Krishna.
Mataji. If there are no Matajis available, number 8.
Hare Krishna. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Sri Damodastakam Ki Jai.
Jai.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so Deepti Mataji, so you can sing tomorrow. So meanwhile, you start out the Jogmishri. Okay, that is one time of Dastakam. We shall move back to Srila Prabhupada's letter to reflect on those takeaway points. Okay, takeaway points from this letter. Mataji and any other devotees.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Guruji.
Yeah, may take your points, Mataji.
Yeah, so Prabhupada is mainly is this like regarding this school and college we have to Krishna consciousness has to be like books and everything has to be distributed and we have to do more and more advertise like in the school and college because it's the we have to introduce they need to be introduced book in the school and college because the Krishna concept is like a science Krishna like science as well so uh, yeah. Yeah, and then if it's a Krishna consciousness in the college and school, then it will be you can get like great success in everything and then he also saying that he like Prabhupada also mentioning that the High Kriva is like he knows everything about this how to advertise what to do regarding to and he also saying that to Prabhuji as well saying that he is also like graduated in the college so he can get better knowledge how to do the success like Krishna consciousness everywhere. So yeah, that is something that's mentioned here.
Very beautiful. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other comments, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yeah, Meena Mataji summarized most of it. Just one point in the beginning was about the sannyasis. So, like by this time, Prabhupada had given after the first two initiations, Brahman initial initiation and the Harinam initiation and the Brahman initiation, he to few of them he's given sannyas initiation as well. So and then he wanted them to go and do the missionary activities. So of them, he has mentioned here about Garga Muni Maharaj. So he wanted to go and preach in Florida. And so he's asking Prabhu to cooperate with the sannyasis because they are renunciates. So, of course, for preaching and any other thing, they are mostly into meditation, but the material support and the logistic support they need. So they need cooperation for him to go around and preach. So he was asking to cooperate with Gargamuni Maharaj. That's all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful. Yes, sannyasis, they have completely dedicated. We need to cooperate with the sannyasis in the preaching missions. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I found one here. Western country is the scientific mind, Prabhuji. So this philosophy is proved by our Prabhupada. We got to scientifically prove for all the knowledge. It's not a mundane thing and doing this all things. So he was focusing to do the school, college, and giving the this kind of education also, Prabhuji, to give them the good consciousness.
Excellent point, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's a science. So, and Prabhupada, that's why Prabhupada preached in the Western society, and also Indians are also now they have got imitated from Western. That is how we have got Krishna consciousness in India, also spreading more. It is a natural, but still it comes from the West. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments? Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So we should try for this vigorously, as much as possible, vigorously, with complete determination. Iti sankalpya varnaya, brahmajasnardam, iti sankalpa varnaya, ishvarasya anumodataha. Whatever we speak, it must be accepted by the Lord with a determination. So this is Prabhupada is trying. Okay? So that mode one must take to the Prabhupada's mode, then he will do it. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, today evening we have got Krishna Book at 8 p.m. That is our upcoming event. And the devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Okay, we shall conclude.
पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णव की जय।
जय
जय गौर
जय
हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna, consciously
Thank you.
everyone.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, all devotees. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास